In today's video, we're going to be talking all about Rocket League trading, how to do it safely, how to turn a profit in the game with the least amount of community impact or negative impact, what to look out for, a bit of tips and tricks along the way, and there is a lot to cover within the trading meta in this video. I hope that you learned something if you are new to trading, but if you are experienced as well, maybe share some comments down below. Don't be afraid of sharing your knowledge, your experience, because at the end of the day, if we can help each other out, that's the Rocket League community that I most enjoy. Hey, that's the gaming community that I most enjoy. The more we can help each other in the RL community, the better it is for the longevity of this game. The hardcore fan, the casual fan, helping them upgrade to something like a black market decal might actually make them invest more in the game. This is good for, as I said, the longevity of the game, the lifespan of the game, but also for the esports and the professional scene of the game too. People tend to stick around if their investment gets a bit more of a reward. So if we can help people obtain stuff like that today in this video, then that's a pretty awesome goal to have. I have been enjoying this game now for about 2 months. But one of my guilty pleasures about it is the trading itself. I just really enjoy it. So most likely or not, I've been showing off my cars, my current builds within the game. This is evidence that you don't have to spend so much money on your credits in order to get decent items in the game. Okay, so the first hint that I would say you should do is get the Rocket Pass. There is a lot of grinding involved with doing this method, but you do actually end up getting your credits back as well. Because this is limited stuff, it's not going to sell at a really high value, but you might actually be able to find a few items in there, like some of the T-White stuff, some of the certified stuff that you might actually be able to trade for 30 to 50 credits. Now that doesn't sound like much, but if you sell like 3 items on the lower end of 30, then that is actually, in fact, what, 90 credits, nearly 100 credits for 3 items that you already have anyway. Not bad, not bad. Also, with the additional leftover things that don't actually sell for proper credits, I find that the gold explosions actually sell like hotcakes on RLG, which we'll talk about more later. With the additional leftover stuff, you still have more stuff to trade in lower trades of people that just don't have the Rocket Pass. Although you may see it as kind of valueless, someone who doesn't have the Rocket Pass may want that item. You may be able to trade it for something that is a bit better in your eyes, something you don't have. You may be able to add this to a bigger trade in the future too. The item you've got, bigger trades don't really like Rocket Pass stuff, and we understand why really. It's seen as lower end stuff. Now say if you can actually sell, say, a bunch of items, I would recommend actually going below what it is selling for minimum, because then you're more guaranteed a sale. If you can sell a bulk of the stuff from the Rocket Pass, say something like 300 credits worth, that is your first black market right there. Or nearly as much as buying something like Hexed, which by the way I really do like as a black market decal. I don't know why everyone hates it. Also, additionally, if you do the math, you only actually have to sell, what, 10 items at 30 credits to almost get your first black market decal? It's really not as much as everyone thinks. With the additional credits that you do get back from the Rocket Pass, you may want to invest in the next Rocket Pass, or you might want to do what I did and decide to go ahead and use it on black market decals and kind of trade them up as well. Now the way you trade up for black markets anyway can actually have some ethical ramifications. What I mean by this is that there's a very fine line between doing this and robbing people of their best stuff. This is buying stuff under the minimum price and also doing something that's known as a quick sale. Now usually I do quick sales on items that are trending down. This means that their credit value has been dropping for quite some time, and you can get the charts and you can get the prices and base your prices on a website called RL Insider. A lot of people do their trades based on that. I will leave a link in the description. This also means that the person is probably a lot more willing to just get rid of the item, and you're not really pressuring someone into, like, you know, giving away their best stuff at a cheap price. You can do it on the good stuff too that is trending up, but I would recommend that you just be fair with your pricing. If something is trending up and continues to trend up, don't be totally lowballing people. It's best to build connections with people and do fair trades, because people will come back and offer you something good probably. Networking with other traders in the game and sharing ideas is actually really good, a legit strategy. I've had some completely amazing offers on things like Interstellar 20XX, Bubbly and so on, just because I was nice and I did a fair trade with someone. Sometimes me even selling stuff under minimum gets people to come back and do good things too. But also note that you do get the opposite people, that if you are actually being nice within your trades, they will still try to undercut you and make maximum amount of profit. They will take advantage of that situation. You want to just go ahead and block those kind of people. You don't want to network with them whatsoever. Now we're going to move on to in-game drops. You want to try and save these as much as possible. Save them, trade them in. These are known as non-crate, and what you want to do is you want to try and trade them in and upgrade them as much as possible so you can get something like a non-crate exotic. Now there's two things that you can do with these. You can trade them in once again and get a black market. Maybe that's the way that you get your first black market. Or, and the more advisable way that I would do it, is I would actually sell them. And I recommend selling them about 170 so you can actually shift them, not sell them for 200 where they don't really get bought that much. And well, in my experience, I never really get anything good when I trade them all in anyway. I end up with a black market that's only worth about 300 credits. But that could just be my luck. If you sell like 5 of them at 170, then if I do the math correct, that would be about 850, and 850 credits can get you a quick sell of something like Bubbly or 20XX. Additional note to add on to that, you need to learn your prices. You need to learn your prices of all the non-crate stuff. You need to learn the prices of the stuff that is hot in game. Things like Zomba, Draco, all the black market gear, learn all that stuff, learn what is popular and what isn't. Like I said, Hex isn't popular. Another one that is worth less than what I would expect is Trigon. I really do love the way that looks, but it isn't worth as much as you would expect. Prices do change, so you do have to watch out for that, but learning the difference between like crate and non-crate, learning the hot ticket items will definitely boost you and give you an advantage when it comes to trading. Additionally, not knowing the prices can lead to a lot of mistakes. Mistakes where you could be seen as the bad guy trying to, steal stuff off people, essentially scam people out of their items, and also be the one that actually gets scammed. I will share with you now a story that I was involved with and a clear indication that I didn't know my prices. I was new to the game and I created a post on Xbox Social in the looking for part of the app on PC. I put something like I want noob friendly trading, which someone was interested in, and we got into game. Everything was fine. The guy actually was really nice. Didn't seem like a scammer, which is actually kind of unusual for the Xbox Social part of trading. That is an outlet that you can make posts on. Just beware that the most scammers that I've come across is actually from that. Approach with caution, let's just say. The guy explained that he was new to trading, that his brother actually left him the account, so he did actually have a lot of decent stuff. He wanted to see what he could trade for it, but the items that he did show me were a few black markets and a TY Octane. Now, me being stupid, knew that the TY Octane was quite good, like people liked it, but wasn't aware of how much it was actually worth. I honestly thought it was worth like 500 credits at the time. So I said to the dude, okay, I'll take the TY Octane, and I'd also take a black market decal. I think it was like biomass or something. Now that has probably got you cracking up if you know anything about pricing within Rocket League, because the TY Octane is worth like 12k. During trades, I usually have RL Insider open as well, so I can check prices and make sure the trade is fair. Because I don't want to just take something that is worth 12k credits off someone and offer them a black market decal that's only worth like under 1k. But for some reason, I just didn't in this situation. I don't know why I didn't do it, but he clearly did. And I said, yeah, sure, check prices. And then he was like, you're trying to scam me. And I was like, oh no, sorry. No, I'm new. I've just checked prices too. Sorry, I didn't realize it's worth that much. He obviously didn't believe me, and I was labelled as a scammer from that point on in his eyes. So yeah, lessons to be learnt. I honestly felt terrible about that one and didn't trade for the rest of the day. So yeah guys, there's a lesson to be learnt there. Always use something like RL Insider to check pricing. Don't be an idiot like me. Okay, so now moving on to the places where I do trade. Like I've mentioned, there's Xbox Social, be cautious. Scammers are on there. No real reporting system there. It's only to Microsoft, which don't seem to really care about the looking for section within Xbox Social. The next place where I trade is RLG or Rocket League Garage. You can get this on an app on your phone, or additionally you can go to the website and do it there. This is the way that I do it. It's a very easy interface to use. You can put notes down below. You can also get the prices as you're creating posts. It's an all-inclusive little system. The next place now is the RLG Discord. This is a lot better if you're on the PC platform, obviously, and I'm pretty sure there is PlayStation posts as well that you can go and check out in trading too, although I haven't been playing this on PlayStation, so I don't quite know. Selling stuff on RLG seems to be a lot better if you're giving good prices, so really try and get those quick sales like I've said, and then sell on RLG, and you should be turning a profit in no time. Okay, so now it's time for a very important part of how to actually protect yourself, because the associated websites that I have been speaking about aren't actually a part of Rocket League. They are separate companies. The best way to protect yourself every time is to go ahead and record every one of your trades. Now I know this takes up a lot of hard drive space. This feels very unnecessary. Honestly, the whole reporting system seems like it does actually need a little bit of a redo. Now I do understand, because it is Rocket League and esports title, that they have to protect the player too, but there should be some kind of system that rates people on their whole reliability in trading as well, or maybe accounts that have invested more into the actual game should have the video protection there, where you have to actually have video evidence to them scamming you, and then untrusted ones that haven't done much activity on the account to be done by a number of, say, reports. Because if a number of people are saying this guy's doing this, then the chances are is that they're probably doing it. Now, another reason why I think a system like that would actually be a lot better for everyone in the community is because one of my friends actually did get scammed out of like 3k credits. Yeah, it was not nice. This was the old bait and switch operation, which is usually done by asking can they put blueprints in with the deal too that they don't actually want. Then at the last minute, within the confusion, they might actually try to stop and start the trade a few times and then say to you why you're stopping the trade to make it look like it's your fault. Then go ahead and switch the item, or actually take the item off and then start the trade again. The whole play there is to try and confuse and to make it more likely for you to go through with the trade without double checking that the item is there. Ways to prevent this is to always be vigilant when going into a trade, always record a trade if you're kind of suspicious, and sometimes just do it anyway. It's a good practice to get into in order to protect you and protect other community players, other community traders within this game. Always send messages back and forth from the person on an outside website like RLG, one that you can actually keep the messages that you've actually sent. Take screenshots of the conversation that you actually agreed to do something within the game, if they are buying something from you, if they are selling something to you. If you follow these steps, you will protect people in the community, you'll protect yourself, and it will result in an instant ban for that person. Another scam that you have to watch out for is the old 3-step scam. This happens on RLG quite a lot. This is where you'll get a message from someone claiming to be a collector. They will say they want a particular item which isn't like, you know, worth much really, but an item that is semi-hard to find. They will also have a second account selling that item, but with credit offer or something like that. They won't actually state a price on their secondary account. On their first account, they will offer you something like 1,000 credits, some kind of really OP offer on that account to try and get you to buy the item on their alt account at a stupid price for what it wouldn't go for. Once you get the item and contact the fake collector, then they'll say, oh sorry, I already got it. You've spent 500 credits on something that is completely worthless, and they've got themselves 500 credits, and you just got scammed. So does anyone remember a show called The Real Hustle? There was a saying in that show anyway, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So definitely keep that quote in mind when trading. Always, always, always place yourself in the best position to counteract the scammers, because there is a hell of a lot of them, and they are coming up with new tricks every day to try and get your hard-earned credits if you are doing these methods in order to actually get credits. You know, even scamming you out of 2k credits, that's the equivalent to like $20 I think in the US. So it is really important to protect yourself. Okay, so the final thing that I do want to cover, I know this has been a very long video for usually what I do, is seasonal drops. These are like the golden lanterns, these are the golden gifts for Christmas time, these are the golden pumpkins, the recent ones being the 2020 pumpkins, and asking the question, should you actually sell them or should you use them? Firstly, if you do keep hold of them for say about a year, they actually should go up to values of about 200 credits. Quick selling a bunch of them though can actually be a pretty decent idea. Now I actually did an experiment with the credits that I've earned from trading, so this was out of profits really, not out of pocket, and what I did is I bought 10 golden 2020 pumpkins. They cost me 1300 credits, which is about 130 each. I say about, but it's exactly 130 each, what am I talking about? And I opened all 10 of them. Now 1300 credits can get you some pretty decent black market stuff, even coloured 20xx's, things like that, so definitely bear that in mind. Now you can actually get coloured zombie from this particular drop. Rarity wise, it is hard to get actual frequent drops of good gear. It's a very low high value drop ratio. If you opened about 100 of them, then yeah, sure, but I imagine you don't have 100 of them if you're considering selling them, or you're watching this video to try and get better stuff. If you sell all 5 of them, that is actually a decent amount of credits that can go towards black market gear. So my recommendation would be to just sell the seasonal stuff, and I will leave you now with the gameplay of me opening up those credits to really show and really emphasize the point that you don't really get good stuff from it. It is actually really rare to get it. Those videos that you see on YouTube are probably ones that have been attempted quite a few times before they got actually something good. They probably did buy 100 of them and then use them all at one go, only recorded a part section of it. We don't know. The only ones that I can say actually do happen properly are the ones that are live streamed, as you know. Anyway, this was a lengthy video. I hope you learned something new. You've now got some more resources that you can probably use, some more tools. Go out there, trade, have fun. I will leave the links to the websites in the description. I've really been having a fun time trading within this game. It's actually one of the most enjoyable parts about it. Anyway, with that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around if you did actually get to this point. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, like the video, it all helps out. With that said, I've been Jaguar from Tech Evolved, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so we do have actually 6 pumpkins left. We haven't got anything good so far. Hopefully our luck changes with this one. Hoppers. Halfway through, surely we should get something good now. Come on, show me some zombie. God damn it. Please, please, just something good. Make it worth the credits that I spent on it. Oh, okay then. Let's go again, I guess. I'm not very optimistic now. I kinda wanted to press no then and just sell the rest of them. Ooh, Griffin. How bloody amazing. If you couldn't tell, I was being sarcastic. Okay, now second to last, make it a winner, please. Give me a black market, or give me zombie, or give me something good. Really? Well, clearly this isn't working and the drop rate of the good stuff is pretty low. I hope to God whatever video I put this in ends up actually doing good, because we ain't getting any luck here, that's for sure. Oh dear. I don't know what else to say other than thanks for watching, I guess. I'm not bitter at all.